Alright, let's see if this works. Oh, alright. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Wheeler's Minis and by proxy Mini Paint and Chill. My name is Wheeler. I'm your host for the night, and I'm the aforementioned Wheeler of Wheeler's Minis. Before we get started, I got a few quick things to get out of the way. One, if you aren't already following the channel, please do. If you have the financial ability to, please consider subscribing. Don't forget that if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe for free once per month with your Twitch Prime. If things look a little bit different, it's because they are. I had to move some stuff around because I got some more wall racks so I could actually attempt to fit all of the paints that I have now. It's better than it was. It's a little bit more organized, which I'm super excited about. So thank you guys for your support. Again, it really means the world to me, and it makes it so that things like this are possible. But yeah. Tonight we're going to be continuing work on the Mushroom Boys. I don't know if they're going to get done today, but I will do my best to get that completed. Let me make sure that I have everything where I need it to be. I am not going to mention some of the things that have been going on with the stream in hopes that it'll just work. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you enjoy. Again, oh goodness gracious, we're gonna try and get some stuff done today. I'm gonna go for the full 2 hours because I haven't done that in a while, and I'm feeling better, gotten some rest, all of that good stuff. So, like I said, we're gonna be working on some mushrooms that I started on Tuesday, and yeah, see where it goes from there. Actually have a little bit of extra space so I can put my speed paint palette on here. I wonder if I need I don't think I need the speed paint palette on the palette for this to just sit on it. I might. Yeah, I think I do actually. Alright, well. Oh well. But at least we have space for all of it. Okay. Let's see. So we put some Myconid spore on their skin tone. But I want to work on some of them are going to have fluorescent tops, but for the ones that aren't, I'm going to start painting those with actual colors. I'm going to make their eyes glow too with like a green, I think, or a purple. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or a yellow. I don't know. I'm trying to... Yellow. Actually, yellow might be best. I might do yellow. But that means I have to get some white. We got some Teefies as well. But yeah, we're just going to be working on these guys. Like I said, I redid some of the... I got some more wall racks, so I have some more space up here. It's a little bit more organized, which is honestly really nice. It looks really nice up here. So thank you to Frontier Wargaming for getting this to me in a timely manner. Spent some time today putting it together. So, all right. I haven't used the reds yet, so I'm interested to see how they are. What I'm doing with this is just pulling the red down from the top, because that is how the striations look on it. Just to get some of that tone on there, and then similarly, just kind of keep pulling it down from the top. This is a pretty low red. It is. So I should start putting this is resplendent red. Just putting some color on there. think I've got like bright reds too, warm reds, warm reds. Oh, did I put some in the back that were more cool reds? I don't know if I wanted a cool red on this or not. I think I like the warm reds. Like I said, just kind of pulling down from the top over everything to match the striations that are already a part of its natural look. Mushroom dance, mushroom dance. Yeah, I was super excited. You guys all seemed really stoked about the mushrooms when I put them in the Minis of the Month chat. So I wanted to get some of them done. And all the small ones are definitely going to be easier to paint than the others. So I wanted to actually get some of them done. I do have that knight that you guys also seem to like a lot. That one's off to the side a little bit. I'll probably work on that one a little bit too. But we'll see. Alright, and then I think I do want a cool red for the darkest cool red, which is why that is not the darkest cool red. Second from the top, is it this one? It is. Super excited. A lot of fun things coming up in the coming months. We got approved for a place that we're trying to move into, and yeah, actually I should probably, here, before I get too far ahead, let me go find my phone. I need to make sure that the email. Sorry, they just said that they were going to send us something. No, okay, so they all look like relatively evil, but like I agree, they look friend-shaped. I like them. Sorry, they said they were gonna send us an email about setting up something, so I'm just gonna email them real quick and make sure that that's the case. Let me get off of this. Yep. What are the NSFW of the month? Shadowheart, Princess Peach. Characters that I know somewhat. Huge. Okay, cool beans. Yeah, it looks like I have dropped a few frames, so I don't think that's you. I think that's me. Um, but it's not dropping. It's because I'm running at 60 frames per second, so that way you guys get nice and clean views of everything. So it might be skipping because of that, but it looks like I've only dropped 500 frames or so, which is a little bit. So it might have just been that there was a dip in internet. I'm actually gonna turn off the internet on my phone so it can have a little bit more beef. But all right, I don't know if this is gonna work the way I want it to because it's a cool red versus a warm red, but I think a cool red as a shadow makes more sense than a warm red because that tends to be with lighting versus like in the shade. So again, just gonna match the striations on the thing. Also, the gills of a mushroom aren't the same color as the head of a mushroom, so I don't know. I'm making this up as I go along, you know? Yeah, me too. It doesn't look like it's dropped anymore, so it might have just been an issue right off the bat. So I think that I fixed the problem that I was having with the dropping. Fingers crossed, hopefully. So that shouldn't be an issue moving forward. What are you at the moment? I get to try out the new fluorescent paints that I have, which is exciting. I didn't think these guys were going to take too long. That's why I kind of was like, I'll just work on now because I can get a bunch done. And I don't know, what do you recommend? Because these are going to go up on the website. I just don't know if I should sell them individually or if I should sell them as like a little pack. So I need to make sure that these are getting painted. These are going to have little white dots on them. Like little toadstools. I think I want them to match the color of the mushroom that's on the base, so that way the base kind of matches in a sense the actual color of the model. Yeah, I might do that. It's just the only thing about that is it's very hard to keep track of that. And I don't want someone to be like, ooh, I'd like the set, and then I've already sold one of them or something like that. So I'll figure it out. I agree with you though. I think that like individually is going to be the best, and then above that we'll see. Like I'll offer, especially if I go to a con this year, another one, I'll offer them as a set at like cons and stuff like that. People have that choice. Alright. So far looking so good. Do want give him a little bit of a teeth. Teeth. I really just keep working our way up from those reds. I don't think I'm going to go all the way up on this one because it's already getting pretty bright. Oh, he's so cute. I agree with you, Rob. Why do they have to be so friend-shaped? If no friend, why friend-shaped? Oh, well. Trying to get rid of those anyways. The more space I can have for other paints that I up there. Highlight some of the areas that here. I have my light source coming in, and less so in the back. Move it down. There. All right. That right there for a second. Red. I really wish I had a good like earth brown. Hide. Or I think ruddy brown is definitely the one I want to go with. or either what ruddy ground or ochre. Not desert yellow. Not prairie. Maybe a taupe? Lowest. I use this on. What did I use this on? Oh, I use this on the blue dragon. Is for this. Luckily, the colors that I did not put up, I don't really use all too often. So that might change at some point. I might end up using more. But and this is just an extra for when another one runs out. So. There we go. Oh, so thick. Nope. All right. And then let's see. No, there's not enough space on here to do a good enough version of like muddy texture. Although I might go pick up some mud effects. Oh yeah, that's a great color. I like that. Just enough of a ruddy texture or color to make it look like wet soil, like good loam for fungus to grow on. Little mushrooms. Alright, I'm gonna do one more up for the warm reds. just to do some actual highlight. Boom. Teefies, and then I think I said I was going to do yellow for the fluorescence. Which I might put these in the paint one. That is fluorescent for sure. Let's see. One down. Put you over here. Let's see. Who should we do next? Look at that. wheels do kind of match the color of the top. Cool. I'm doing something right. Who's next? Who's the purple guy? Does he have eyes? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think this guy has eyes. So, good on that. I'm gonna do, so what the plan is to do, I have a fluorescent like violet coming in. So what I'm gonna do is paint purples, probably starting at the middle purple up on these. And then the little dots on the top that probably would be white normally are gonna be like a fluorescent color to kind of make it pop a little bit more. And then I'll actually do probably number 2 within the color family for the underside. Yeah, I think one is a little too dark. This works better. Frustration. That's a good base color of purple for the underside. And what I'll probably do is, just in case I accidentally get, or I'll just stray it kind of like how I did on the red one, but if I feel like it's getting a little bit too saturated with the color, I'll come back over it with like whatever speed paint I used to base it. Just to kind of bring some of the shadows back. Underside color, and then moving up from there. We'll work on skin first. Did a pretty good job of only having worked for an hour on Tuesday and getting a decent amount done. The question is, do I want to put a bloody texture
in the mouth, or just kind of keep it as is. Just all up that skeleton, and then I'll come back over with like a soft tone over the top of it. Okay. That's gonna be no. Yeah. Dude, I'm so excited. I haven't been able to paint with a lot of these colors, and doing these mushrooms is really helping with that. I got the bigger mushroom guy I will work on at some point. But for now, I want to get these little guys done. For the fluorescent guys, what I might do is actually use an airbrush that I bought that I have not had a chance to use yet. Because I don't tend to airbrush models, but with fluorescence, airbrushing gets the best kind of, I won't say quality, because you can get good quality without an airbrush, but in my personal opinion, I think airbrushing fluorescence gives it the most kind of natural, oh, this is a light that is disseminating from a specific place kind of look. So really working around these just little dots. Up. Sometimes the fun of working with more natural based, nature-based creatures is being able to see kind of the beauty of what they look like through painting. That's always been a really fun and cool thing. I think I have there's a desaturated violets is probably one. Well, no, periwinkle. So that would be like a blue or a light. I guess actually desaturated violets would technically be the correct term for that. Oh! It spit at me! Hold for a second. Why you spit? I wouldn't normally clean it like this, but because it'll make the caps stick if I don't, so it's always helpful to clean it just in case. Ironically, the fluorescent's probably going to be a little bit of a darker color anyway, so hopefully it's able to stand on its own up against the purples. The fluorescent purple, or violet rather, isn't going to be here till Saturday though. So I'll probably have to finish the ones that I'm doing fluorescent that I don't already have fluorescent colors for later. Or I can wait till next week to do them so that way everyone can see what it looks like at the end. But man, I gotta say, these new paints, not only are they great, but the family system they have for the colors, for someone like me, it's great, especially someone like me who's starting to get more into making sure things are highlighted and shaded in a specific way. Having a system in effect that basically gives me all of the knowledge that I need rather than me trying to find it is super helpful, because I didn't go to school for art, so being able to have that assistance is invaluable to me. And it's just helped me kind of become a better painter. Like, I've been able to paint more stylistically, which has been very nice. And that's something that I've actually been working on, like following people who I admire their work and kind of doing what I can to model my own work in a way that looks professional, you know, because I am, if you consider being a professional as being able to sell your art, then I guess you could say I am a professional. But I want you to know that you're getting quality when it comes to the things that I am painting, because I want you to be proud of the piece that you have, you know? Got a commission for a character that I will continue to be working on throughout this week. And I just want people to be proud of it. The highest compliment I ever got given was the same person who got this character model. Yeah, but the same person who got this character model from me and commissioned for me has commissioned for me before, and I got to meet up with him at Emerald City, and he was just like, I literally have the Peachy painted like in a display case to show off, and I was like, that literally means so much to me, because I see a lot of people who have been painting for a much longer time than I have, who have a lot more skill than I do, and you know, for someone who is a up and coming artist, that is not only a confidence boost, but it gives you kind of the necessary energy to continue doing what you're doing. So I like making sure that the models that I paint are of a certain standard so that people will appreciate and enjoy them. I appreciate that. I'm trying to do better at accepting compliments when it comes to my painting. It's not always easy, but I have to do it at times. Kraken lavender. It's cracking me up. Yeah, but the undertones, it's just been really nice because every family has 6 colors in it. And I think I talked about this before, but like a lot of people were like, well, a lot of the colors are a lot like very close to each other. And I was like, that's good. That means that you can blend up very carefully and in a way that is going to help accentuate the model you're painting. I know for some people it's like, well, you know, I want diversity in my colors. I get that. I do. But I like having colors that are close to each other. I think it helps someone like me, again, who is just kind of starting to work on those specific things in my painting style. So yeah, this guy will get some fluorescent violet on the top, and it actually already is working pretty well with the lighter colors on it. What I'll probably do, again, like I said, is they'll have kind of an after effect glow on them, so it'll have like a little ring around it, and I'll probably do that when I get the actual fluorescent paints. But for now, we're going to soft tone, put that on the teeth, and then this guy's gonna be done. But that's the thing, like the striations on this look like they would on a mushroom, and I like that. I'm doing pleasant work, and I love when that happens. All right, now to paint the base for it. Using oh. I refilled my water before I came in here, ha ha ha, because I'm smart. Kind of. Not really. Yeah, the only fluorescents that came in this were blue, yellow, orange, pink, and green. And then I have an orange and a pink and a blue. And then I'm getting a flat color in, I think yellow, like a matte paint in like yellow, violet, and orange. And maybe red? I don't remember. I'll have to go look at the cart that I set. But just to like round out some of the colors I already have. And then what I might do is after they're sealed, I might come back around and just do like the color that they are around the base. Because I like the bases to kind of match the color of the model that it has on it. So, all right, soft glow. Dry brushing can't get the same effect, but I honestly don't have the skill to go in small spaces like this and airbrush to a point of not absolutely just mucking up the rest of the base. So what I'm doing here is I just took a little bit, because I want them to be bioluminescent. I'm just taking a little bit of a purple color, that the lightest purple mixed with kind of the color that the mushrooms themselves are, and I'm just kind of painting that in a circle around where the mushrooms are, to give that kind of like glowing effect on the base, which doesn't look too bad. All right. We'll get this one on its face as well, because it won't need. And I'll take when these are done, I'll take pictures of them so you guys can see them. All right, we'll do this guy. He's a cute little small body. Big tall cap. This guy's gonna do the same thing. I think I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the green on this one for the fluorescent. Let's work on his body real quick though. We'll go brighter green on this guy. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh. I want it to be like vibrant green. I don't think I want deep greens. Blue matte. Well, There's your answer. It's vibrant greens. Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's actually exactly the color I wanted. Man, the lowest vibrant green is also really pretty. So this is number 3. We'll start with number 2 on this one. Sorry, I realized my hand's right in front of the camera. Again, I'm really excited because I don't get to... Some of these colors I haven't used yet, so being able to use them is really nice. Just gotta be careful because... little known fact, if you live at a lower altitude and you come up to a higher altitude, get this, it changes the air pressure in containers, which is why some of these have kind of spit at me when I've opened them. Same ordeal as the last two, just working with the natural striations that it's showing me with the colorings. So most of the time it's going to be like a pull down. That might change, but a majority of the time when you're looking at anything natural, there tends to be striations in it. Like it's the same thing with like mussels. Ours are just internal, and our organ that covers them is smooth. Although around these, you'll probably start to get a little bit of like a curve going up. You still want to be like pulling down, but there's going to be a slight curve just because of the way that it is. It is what it is. probably come back over this anyway, but force of habit. Be careful now, then have to come back and fix it later. Next one up is number 3, Rainforest. And for the underside, because it's so close to it, I think I'm just gonna keep it as is. I don't think it'll cause too much of an issue. Afterglow. So not trying to get the whole thing covered with this color, but enough to where it shows just slight change in color in certain places. It is really crazy seeing some of these colors next to each other on the palette though, because like they don't look like they're that far apart when you just look at like the bottle, and then you get them on the palette and they just look completely different. That. Get some more in places. Alright, next up is, after that, Electric Lime. And this is going to be our quote-unquote highlight color. Pouring a lot on the palette. This is going to be that part that's going to be up top. Really just kind of on the front side where most of the light's going to be hitting. Now obviously with this it's going to be a little bit different because you're going to have a light source on the actual creature itself. Technically speaking, there is no out exterior light source, but for the purposes of this, because I'm doing it kind of front facing, so the light is coming from the front, things that are going to be hit by that are where we're going to be putting this, again, not actual highlight color, but it is the highest of the greens. And then depending on how the color looks, I might do the Afterglow, which is the highest of this color family, as kind of the surrounding parts of the the lighting. Thank you. Have to go back over the body. Some places. I also want to use this as kind of edge highlight. Crazy enough, it kind of, the beautiful thing about greens is they tend to already be fairly neon, especially vibrant greens. So even at just what it is right now, it already kind of looks like it's got a neon effect. Ooh, that is bright. Now, thinking about it now, I probably should have painted over these in white first, so that the neon really picked up. Because it's not picking it up super heavy right now, but that's okay. If I don't go super fluorescent on this, that's okay. Because I kind of like the way that it's looking right now. Moving forward, I'll just have to remember to paint in white first to make sure that the fluorescent comes out more. But honestly, it looks pretty cool. And because this guy is green, what I'll probably do is do his eyes green as well. Oh yeah, the white definitely makes it pop more. Definitely did not show up too well on the top. But honestly, again, he looks pretty cool already, so I might just keep it the way that it is. his base, we'll go with... I wonder what fluorescent green will look like over already being green. Might try that just to see how it looks. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Yeah, that's a vibrant. Probably gotta wait until after. Soft green glow. I like that. Alright, where is... The dollar. No, don't stick to my hand. Alright, there's that one. Let's see, who's next? I'm gonna save that one. I'll do the blue. de blue. I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da boo dee da boo da. Not get as much love. Base. Taking a note from the last guy I did, painting these white from the get-go. That way, I do put the fluorescent on them. It might have a bit more of a glowy effect versus just kind of drab like the last one. Still kind of getting used to how to use fluorescence, so let's see how this works. All right. Well, up, it did it again. Well, at least this time it was an hour and a half in. go vivid blues on this. If it disconnects again, I'm gonna be really pissed off. But the lowest on vivid blues is Imperial Navy. I think we'll start with Royal Blue. That's not what I wanted. Oops. Underside. Crystal blue. That's good. Royal blue, or sorry, crystal blue, and now Arctic gem. And we'll hit it up with bright sapphire as the highlight. honestly just, I think I made their tops a little too bright for the fluorescence because it doesn't show up very well. Which is okay. Just, again, happy little accents of better understanding how these paints work because I don't usually work with them. But I'll still like hit the top of the I'll still hit the top of the fluorescence, I think, with like the bright sapphire. Same thing with like the eyes. I'll hit them up with the highlight of the blue family. So that way they have more of a kind of perceived brightness to them. Yeah, because they just aren't showing up super, super well, so. Let's get the base. I think I'm gonna base these caps in the bright sapphire, go back over them with the fluorescent. I'm excited about the matte colors because they have a little bit more body to them, and they, at least I'm hoping they'll sit better on the model. I think I'm just coming to the realization that a lot of the fluorescent paints aren't actually meant to be used as a base coat. They're meant to be like airbrushed. With how tiny the detail is on some of these, I just don't feasibly want to do that. We'll see how it works. Doing the fluorescence around the trims themselves is really nice because I feel like it's showing up nicely. It's catching cracks, which like that'll happen, but hopefully it will have the effect that I want of like showing up pretty decently. So whoops. Don't need any of that on. Sorry. Like it just doesn't show up very well. And Maybe it's because I just have to start darker. For the fluorescent to actually like shine really well. Right now I'm just hitting the tippy tops of the to hopefully get the effect that I want of glowing. But honestly, even still, they look pretty cool, even if I don't get that glowing effect exactly how I want it to be. So again, just another learning lesson, figuring out how these paints work. I'm not upset about it. Guess we'll see. Looks pretty good though. The last one is the violet one, which I don't want to do quite yet because I really want to focus on the fluorescent violet. Boop. All right, let's see. This time I'm definitely going to do some rust on his metal bits. think I've got like a iron's a good one. I feel like I have like a evil chrome or something. Right, gold. Yeah, evil chrome. Let's see how that works. Oh, and then this goes up here. Oh, right. Oh. I think I like that. This is just a base coat for now. But like between the rough iron and this, I think I haven't been able to use evil chrome yet. So I kind of wanted to see how it looks on a model. I think it'll go well with like the rust idea that I have. Not being too careful because again, this is just the base coat. Like it helps to not get things where they're not supposed to go, but it's not direly important. At least until you get to like the detail part of the model. I think for the mushrooms on this guy, I am going to go like your atypical, like, or your typical, like, toxic green. I just think it'll go well with the color scheme that I have planned, so that's where I'm going to be headed with it when I get to that point. But again, for now, I'm just kind of getting base color on the metal parts that I can see. Models are also really cool. Got a really good haul from April. Sometimes the models of the month are hit or miss, but April was a good month. Yeah, I think the Evil Chrome is going to be a good look. It's going to get hit with rust at some point, probably well down the line. So trying to see where. Okay, so that chest plate piece is also. That might be leather, but if it is, we'll just go back over it. It's fine. Again, not worried too much about where the paint is at the moment, because it is going to be gone over again. Probably a few times Really, when you get down to the detail where it starts to become more important to maintain, you know, paint by the numbers kind of idea. I am not going to do the belt loops in chrome though. I'll do those in a standard silver. Though it is foolish of me to think that villains won't color coordinate to make sure metals match metals, but again, personal preference. I might do it just in a raw iron to give it more of a darker look. That way it still fits kind of within the same color scheme. Those are mushrooms, I think. It is very hard to tell on this model sometimes where color needs to go, so I'm doing the best that I can. Like that hand is out and I don't think has a gauntlet on it, so I think that's all of the metallic that I need on that. Backcourt. Definitely. Really, again, just making sure that I'm getting metal where it needs to go. I'll probably do a raw iron on the sword as well, just to kind of color match and maybe show some age to the sword, and then highlight in more of a silvery tone. Maybe show like it's old steel. The fun part of painting, you get to just kind of come up with ideas and see how they work. I'm going to work under the assumption that this is also metal for now. Not, I will change it. I think the rough iron vase will also give it a good kind of vase tone for the rust. I'm also glad that they have this color because this was, I think this was Dwergar metal in the D&D set that they had before. which I love that metal color. So yeah, just kind of probably honestly could have based the rest of the armor in the rough iron and highlighted with the evil chrome. Probably what I should have done, but oh well. This is one of those guys that I know it's going to take me a while to finish painting because I'm having a hard time visualizing it, and when I can't visualize something, I tend to take more time than I need to on it. So we'll go evil chrome on the. Again, like I probably will end up coming back over this, and also because there's just a lot of detail on this model. I will probably end up coming back over this part of the model with a silver to highlight it, but giving it this kind of already base tone of a brownish tinged metallic is just going to make it so that the rust shows up a little bit better when it comes time for that. So I think that's all the metal bits. Now the question is, what color am I making his stuff? If I'm making everything kind of a vibrant green growth coming out of him, I don't know what color I should do. Probably just a brown, honestly. There are vines coming out of him, so it would work. There's also... oh man, difficult decisions to make. Because it lends itself to be that kind of bright, vibrant green color. Looks like the bottom of the scabbard also has some metal on it, so we'll go rough iron for that as well. I'm excited because, like, I think the rough iron again is a really good base for rust, because it'll help it show up a little bit better. But I guess we'll have to see when we get to that point. Alright, so we have one more small guy to do, which we'll probably do next week. So today's Thursday, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll work next Tuesday on the last day of the month and hopefully get this guy done. I'll see if I can do some work on him. I got some commissions I gotta work on, but I think I've got a general idea for what I want him to be like. But I really do like the I like the mushrooms that we got done today. I'm actually quite happy with how this turned out. Alright, at 6:56, we've been going for 2 hours or so. 57. Just don't think there's anything else I need to work on at the moment. Here. Just to finish the time through on this last little mushroom guy, I will work on the body. of using, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm using a mix of the new Army Painter Fanatic line for the paints that I use, and the WizKids line that they did with Vallejo as kind of what I use mostly at my painting station. I hate when the towels get sticking with other things, but that's kind of what I've been using for a while now. I like, one, when I got the Fanatic line, I didn't know how I was gonna like it. Turns out it's one of my favorite paints that I've ever worked with. But I also like Vallejo paints. So we'll see how much I incorporate them. Moving forward, now that I have the Fanatic line. But I still kind of want to, you know, I want to use the paints that I have, so we'll see what happens. Grab some skeleton bone. But is these beefies. We will finish that guy next week when I get the paints that I need for him. Alright, 6:59 now. Perfect timing. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to get back into my normal 2-hour time frame of painting. It actually helps me get a lot done. So thank you guys for hanging out. This will be up on YouTube probably sometime next week after I get some pictures done. But yeah. Had a lot of fun painting these guys. Looking forward to getting some more work done next week. And yeah, that'll do it for me. So again, thank you so much for joining. If you aren't already following the channel, please do. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. If you have the financial ability to, you can subscribe to me on Twitch as well. I'd really appreciate it. Follow me on my socials. If you like the stuff that you see painted, I have it for sale on my website, rulersminis.com. And I think that's going to do it. So thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Later.